So, good day, sir. Here's our collaboration canvas for Metropolis Scale Public Sector Partnership, and it is designed for the Quezon City Food Security, designed by John Ruel Gonzaga, yours truly, Alondra Shaira Serdenia, and Eds Gabriel Lapuz. So here's the mission and vision. For vision, the Quezon City government envisioned itself to be a model of effective governance and responsible leadership, working in partnership with the citizenry in building a quality community. For the mission, we want to provide quality service which will make Quezon City an ideal community where people live, work, and do business in a hospitable, progressive, and peaceful environment. Here's the collaboration goals that we saw. For Quezon City houses the largest share of urban poor in the Philippines, and the population faces significant challenges in terms of access to diets that are nutritious, affordable, and sustainable. Moreover, the city is in paradox where some communities suffer from hunger while others are eating too much of the wrong foods, increasing evidence of the triple burden of malnutrition and undernutrition, micronutrient deficiencies, and overweight obesity points to the urgent need for innovative approaches to reshape urban food environments. Rising overweight, obesity, and hidden hunger, particularly among school-aged children and adolescents, has become a top nutrition concern for local authorities and households. As in many other cities around the world, this phenomenon may be attributed to the shifts towards unhealthy food and built environments, a lack of affordability for nutritious foods, fast-paced urban lifestyle, and sedentary behaviors. For our partners, we saw that Quezon City Food Security Task Force will be helpful. So they will focus, or with the programs focusing on food and input production or urban agri, and food trade and processing or the food systems, they will be working to formulate and implement a food security and resilience plan for the longer term recovery phase that will follow. The value proposition and co-ownership. For QCFSTF, the goal is to establish initiatives on food security and food self-sufficiency by promoting urban agriculture, the development of agriculture zones and food zones, and the overall improvement of food systems. To work with excellence and be sensitive to the needs of the people, these are included in our partnership score. For the structure and timeline, the Quezon City government framework will be implemented and developed over 3 phases. So from 2021 to 2022, we saw that we can do first phase here, wherein assessment and immediate response focus on short-term assistance and establishment of social protection mechanism. So the focus on the most vulnerable and communities at risk has been key to securing health and well-being of the city's residents. So from 2022 to 2032, here's our second phase. So the Quezon FSTF framework will cover all areas within the city and will continue to place a specific emphasis on vulnerable and food insecure groups, such as families living in informal settlements, daily wage earners, and senior citizens. Next. So the structure and timeline. In the second to the third phase, the QCFSTF will work to establish agri-zones and food zones across the urban area, while the agri-zones will focus on designating food production areas. The food zones will create the enabling environment for entrepreneurs and SMEs to establish value-adding enterprises for improving food distribution, as well as a healthier and more sustainable food offer. So here are the risks that we saw. Conflicting views from the partner, stakeholder causes delay in the implementation of projects and or additional efforts, and the gap between expectations of QC local government and QC FSTF. This will be resolved, we believe, by having a roundtable dialogue where everyone will be able to present their views on different matters beforehand. Here are the resources. The first one is funding. We must provide resources to finance a need, program, or project. And while this is usually in the form of money, it can take the form of effort or time from an organization or a company. And staffing, wherein dedicated resources committed primarily to the success of a partnership rather than the partners helps to maintain the direction and say momentum of a project. Without dedicated staff to a new project or partnership, those within partner organizations will often concentrate on their own work and progress will falter. And to fill the resource gap, we believe that the partnership must give attention to information. So some people say we are all drowning in data, but for say partnership like this, a detailed analysis of data and metrics is a wonderful tool. So we believe that information is a key tool to help us make critical business decisions more quickly and with greater impact. And talking about impact, aside from the indicators that we have listed, it is important to measure indicators at stages of output. So this will help us understand if, say, the preconditions needed to reach the outcome level goal are being met. And with that, we could easily understand the performance of our invention and raise any red flag at, say, an early stage. And since and these indicators that we have listed are on different levels, like for example, household level. So we want to assess or see the average household income and the individual BMI. For barangay level, of course, the participation rates and the effects like the average attendance rate in school or increase in enrollment or decrease in dropout rates. And for city level, we want to see then the mortality rate. And that's it. So that's our collaboration canvas. And again, this collaboration canvas is designed for QC food security and designed by John Gonzaga, Alondra Shira Serdania, and Eds Gabriel Lapuz. So thank you very much.